And good morning, everyone. Welcome to my subscribers lesson. Monthly live stream is Thursday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 5:23 a.m. And as you might be aware, that some teachers have subscribers lessons where only the students can join, subscribers can join, make comments, and hop on with the teacher. It is an important for all of our learners to know that if you'd like to join any of my lessons, you are more than welcome. What you have to do is just visit my account, and if you see the sign up button, click there, and then it will take you to the payment page. And then you choose which lesson you like to join and go on from there. And that's so easy. So, what do you learn in when you subscribe to teacher? There would be 8 lessons in a month. So each week there would be 2 lessons. Each lesson has 1 hour duration, and it is an important for all of our students and learners when you have subscribed to teacher. Try to join on time, because if you don't join, you miss the lesson or you miss the class. Okay, so this is all about the subscription. And also, as you might be aware, what I teach basically grammar, English grammar, then spoken English, then IELTS strategies, and very basic British IPA to help and develop your sound. And also, as we go through, we read, we practice vocab, we practice speaking, and we amend our students, any words that is mispronounced. And practice is the key factor, as I said. Consistency, practice, hard works, and your efforts are important when you're learning English. Otherwise, it is difficult for anyone to develop their English language and take it to the next level. Okay, so welcome once again, dear viewers. Please carry on watching. If you see the heart shape symbol at the bottom, if you're watching from the laptop or tablet, just touch it once. And if you're watching from the mobile, the heart shape symbol is on top hand right corner. Just touch it once there. Okay, so give me one quick second. I'll be back. All right, so dear viewers, welcome. Today, my plan is to, kick off the discussion of letter B sound of English phonetics, especially British IPA. It is an important, once again, for us to develop a natural way of talking, which is why having correct sound is very, very important rather than accent. And honestly speaking, in the Western countries, especially in English-speaking countries, it is important to have good pronunciation rather than accent. But if you can develop an accent, that is really amazing, awesome. But what happens most of the cases, many of our learners try to develop the accent and ended up having fake accent. And anyone will be able to understand when you're trying to talk in a fake accent. So it's always better to have your natural way of talking with good pronunciation. So what you have to do in order to learn the pronunciation, number one, maybe you can study by yourself, self-study. As you might be aware, there are 2 types of IPA, International Phonetic Alphabets. I'm sure you know that. And there is British IPA and US IPA. And more or less, apart from some vowel sounds, diphthongs, and these IPAs are same, but it needs to be studied. And also, we call it British English is non-rotating English, which means that we do not pronounce the letter R in many cases, especially when the R is after a vowel sound at the end or middle of the word. We do not pronounce it. They are replaced by the, you know, R is replaced by the vowel sounds. But we also do pronounce R when the word starts with R, like my name, Rahat. You cannot just remove the Rahat R, okay? It becomes an Ahat. Uh, and also, when R is in between 2 vowels, we have to pronounce it like there. One example. Yeah, you can see the R is between 2 E's. We have to pronounce it there, though many people say that you, you may ignore the R sound. That is also I've heard. But basically, according to the IPA rule, like there are 9 people in our class. Okay, there are many teachers on this app who are amazing, but there, but when there itself is a single word, in that case, R may be silent. All right, and on the other way, or on the other side, or on the other contrary, American English is rhotic English, which means that if there is R sound, you have to pronounce the R, and you just can't ignore the R. One greatest and good example is like we say water, they says water. Okay, this is just a very good example, common word. Similarly, we say sister, okay, brother, mother, Harry Potter, Peter Parker. Okay, and similarly, they will say in a different way: sister, brother, mother, father, Harry Potter. So these are the basic difference, between the British English and American English. And also vowel sounds, like we say call, yeah, and this is the vowel sound O rather than in American English call. Similarly, ball. So all this all sounds we say all, okay. It's kind of schwa sound, you can say, or O, vowel O sound, whereas the American English is a bit different. Okay, so these are some examples, and many other words are different. And one of the greatest, another example is like this word, we pronounce it mobile, okay, whereas Americans will pronounce it mobile. That I is a schwa sound for them, whereas this is I sound for us, mobile. But it's as a noun, but if it is as a verb, then mobile. Mobile, look at the difference. Mobile, noun, mobile. Mobility. He has got a mobility problem, which is noun. So these are the some, differentiations. It is always there. You will find when you learn basic IPA, phonetics, international phonetic alphabets. Okay, I'll be back in one moment, guys, and don't leave the live stream. Okay, I've just shared the today's lessons plan. B sounds. So what is letter B? So in English alphabet, there are 26 letters, A to Z. In British English, we pronounce it Z, but Americans say it's Z. This is another difference, Z and Z. I'm writing it. Z and Z. Okay, so if you remember, every sound and all sounds are voiced or non-voiced or unvoiced or voiceless. What does it mean? It means that when we are trying to pronounce a word, if we have to use the vocal cord that is inside our throat, if the vocal cord vibrates when you are pronouncing, that sound or that letter is voiced. So if you see, if you as you pronounce a letter, feel the vibration of your vocal cords. If you feel a vibration, the consonant is voiced one. These are the voiced consonants like B, D, G, J, L, M, N, NG, R, SZ, TH. Okay, in TH there are voiced and unvoiced as well. And V, W, Y, and Z. So these are voiced sounds. So which means that when you're trying to pronounce these letters, our vocal cord is used. All right, so this is the example of voiced or voiceless. So the next one is that, if you bear me a moment, I'll be back in 1 second, dear viewers. Okay, I'm back. So as we go through, look, then, okay, th voice, then, but when it's thank you, that is unvoiced. So for what happens to the unvoiced or voiceless sound? Voiceless or unvoiced sounds are those when we use mouth or tongue or tooth to pronounce the word correctly. So in this case, V is a voiced sound, and we're going to practice some of the words like consonant pairs voiced bilabial sound. Begin. So we are going to practice some words that start with B. And before that, I'd like to share a video how B can be pronounced, because very often B, V, and P, they are confused. People are confused about pronouncing these words. So once again, B, V, and P are confusing sometimes. So let's move on. So let's start with the sounds of B. Hello. So I like to share a video how B can be pronounced, so that everyone, and welcome to 4B's English lesson video. I'm Robbie, and today we are focusing on pronunciation, the pronunciation of B and V. So let's start with the sounds of B and V. First one is B. It's pronounced B. B. So it's an explosion of your lips to make the sound. B. 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 Okay, so let's look at a word with the letter B. Big. B. 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 Big. Now you try. Okay, next word. Brown. Big. B. 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 Brown. Now you try. Brown. Okay, next is the letter V. This sound is a vibration. So you place your top teeth on your bottom lip, breathe, let the air pass through, and make a vibration sound. You should feel the vibration through your face. So let's try two words here. First one is volleyball. Volleyball. Now you try. Okay. Next volleyball. One, very. 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 Now you try. Okay, great. Okay, now let's try a sentence with and but. Okay. Very bad volleyball boys. Very bad volleyball boys. Now you try. Very bad volleyball boys. Okay, very good. So remember the B sound, B, and the V sound, V. Okay? So this concludes today's English lesson video, pronunciation, B and V. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Robbie, and we'll see you next time. Okay, so V, big. And V, when you're pronouncing V, our vibration is done through the lips. Okay, let's move on to our main page of B sounds. So, what is voiced bilabial sound? So, labial means our tongues, when our two tongues, upper tongue and lower tongues, are tossed together and we pronounce the word, and we call those words a bilabial sound, like begin. If you remember, when you say begin, you'll notice that upper lip and lower lips have tossed each other. Then believe, brim, be, but, job, about, and then between, before, black, best. So B sound in the middle, public, problem, number, maybe. Then B sound at the end, like tube, London tube. Have you ever been to London tube? No, I haven't, but I wish to in the future when I go there. All right, so you remember that when we learn any word, it's better for us to make sentence and speak it naturally. So it is also another crucial factor for all our learners, that whatever we learn, we have to just develop those sounds, or those whatever we learn. Say it could be a sound, could be a grammar, it could be a phrasal verbs or a collocation. It is important to make some sentences and practice. Our human brains, sometimes do not have the capacity to remember all the words, which is why we need to practice, we need to learn. Okay, and just picture it, when you learn and when you feel that, oh, I've learned something, it gives you motivation, internal positive motivation. But another psychological problem is that many a times, our learners are scared of making mistakes or saying something wrongly or wrongfully. Remember that unless and until you make mistakes, there is no way you can develop yourself. If you don't make mistakes, that means you can't just improve. You're not improving at all. Now, a biggest and challenging question is, how do you know that you're right or wrong, or you're making mistakes or not? The only way to find out is, from a competent and qualified teacher. Remember that only a qualified, competent, and experienced teacher can uh, explain it, why your expressions are not correct at all, why and how you can develop yourself. So which is why, from this app, as you know, we've got many native teachers, amazing teachers, and you can join the lessons if you have the ability. Okay, so as I go through, when you write something, the same formula applies to you. How do you know that your writing is correct or not? Similarly, a qualified and competent teacher can, explain it to you. All right. So these are the some ways. If you remember, you have to always develop yourself to the next level. Though learning is a never-ending process, but you have to give time. You have to be consistent. Okay. B is silent at the end of these words if there is M before it. This is one of the another amazing rules. Like lamb, not lamb. Okay. Bomb, not bomb. Comb, not comb. Okay. Climb, not climb. Then crumb, not crumb. Dumb, not dump. Then limb, not limp. Numb, not numb. Plum, not plumb. Plumber, not plumber. Though many people have the chance to say this one as plumber. No, it is plumber. Remember that when B is before M, once again, B is always silent. This is one of the greatest phonetics rules for pronouncing it correctly. Then thumb, not thumb. Then tomb, not tomb. Okay, so once again, if you ever see the plural of any of this word, in that case, we have to pronounce the B. Dear viewers, remember that. Like if it is lambs, we have to pronounce the B, not lambs. Okay. If it is bombs, you have to pronounce B. It is combs, you have to pronounce B. But if it is a singular word, we don't have to pronounce B at all. Okay. So once again, lamb, but lambs. Bomb, but bombs. And that plural S sounds like Z. So comes. Climb, it doesn't have a plural. Crumb, uh, crumb doesn't have plural either. Dump, dumps. Limb, limbs. Numb doesn't have any plural, so numb. Then plumb, plumber. Plumbers have plural, plumbers. But yet, be silent in plumbers. Remember that. Thumb, thumbs up. Thumb, thumbs. Okay. So this is the second category of the letter B. And next one is, if there is BT together, be silent, like dead, doubt, settle. Remember guys, if there is B and T together, B is always silent. These are some of the examples. Maybe you can find thousands of words in our daily life which you can use, and in writing as well in speaking. Okay. Dead, doubt, settle, undoubtedly, doubtful. So these are some other examples, and let's move on. Now B and V. Remember V, when we use V, V is vibration through our lips. But when you pronounce B, it is the touching our upper and lower lips together, B. So what happens basically, when we try to pronounce B and V together, in many cases, our learners are confused. They try to pronounce both of them either B or V. Okay. So these are some words like volleyball, bravo. Another word is vocabulary. Vocabulary, yeah? Not vocabulary. I've heard many people saying vocabulary. No, don't say like this. It really doesn't sound good and incorrect. It is vocabulary. Or in shortened form, vocabs. Let me find out if there are more words so that we can have a good practice today. So bear me a moment there, yes. And also, guys, do not forget to touch the heart shape symbol to support me. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm trying to find other words that has got B, V and B. Okay, I've got some of them. Subjunctive, objective, objective, subjunctive, then sub-vocalization, sub-development. That's cool. Sub-development. Okay, another important matter of the spelling technique is then in Britain or the British English, Many places we use S, whereas in American English they use Z, like this word. This is British way of spelling, SATION, sub vocalization. But in American English it should be Z instead of S. Then sub development, another word. Okay, I'm trying to find out more words. Above, another one. It's very amazing word. Above. Then bovine. Bovine, another amazing word. Then what's called brave. Brave, yes. Bravo and brave, they're similar. Brave. Hi, Teacher Jamal. Thank you very much for coming. Would you like to join, please? Subvert, yes. Abbreviation, that's cool. I'm going to copy as well. Adverb. If you have time, Teacher Jamal, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, believe. That's cool. I'm going to write this verse. Abbreviation or abbreviate. Abbreviate is the verb. Abbreviation is the noun. And then believe, adverb. Adverb. Then subvert or suburban. In suburban there is no V. Subvert is there is V. And there is a very amazing phrase, evervol. What does evervol means? After all, evervol. Verbal exam, another one. Verbal. Verb. 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 Verbal. Vocabulary. Vocabs. Another one is reverb. Viral. Reverb. Obvious. Yeah, I missed obvious. Obvious. O-V-V-I-O-U-S. Obvious. Obvious. Obviously, I'm interested to join a lesson and develop myself to the next level. So the reason for writing these words is that very often when we try to pronounce it, either the B and V, we don't differentiate at all. So we need to be a bit careful when you're pronouncing these words. As you remember, B is bilabial sound, whereas V is vibration. V. When we're saying V, our lips are touching, but it's getting vibration from our mouth. So once again, we're going to pronounce the word slowly so that you can practice with me and you can have a good technique to practice daily. Let me see if there are any other words that we might be able to use. I believe that these are most common. Oh, there is another one. Vibe. Positive vibe. Yeah. Okay, so um, a verb. A verb. Okay. Let me find out our Cambridge dictionary. A verb.
Above.
A verb.
Above.
Adverb and preposition. Verb. Yes, teacher Jamal, thank you. A verb. Abbreviate. Abbreviate. Shorten. Abbreviate. Abbreviated. Abbreviations. So these are the other words. Abbreviate is verb. Transitive verb.
Abbreviate.
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 Abbreviate. Okay, Daniel is often abbreviated to Dan. So shorten form. Vibrate, yes. I'm going to write as well. Vibrate. Vibrate. Then adverb. Adverb. Believe. Volleyball. Volleyball. Then bovine. Is it bovine or bovine? Let me see it. Sometimes I'm also confused. It's better to check.
Bovine.
It's bovine. Yes. Not bovine. Bovine.
Bovine. Bovine.
Can I get animals from the cattle group? Like bovine. Bovine virus. Bovine. Oh, thank you very much, teacher Jamal. Then brave. 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 Visa. Small vibration. Okay. Bovine. So brave. Brave.
Brave.
Brave. Adjective showing no fear or dangers of difficult things. Brave. He is a brave fighter. He is a brave warrior. He is a brave man who can sacrifice his life for his country. Brave. Then bravo. Bravo. Bravo is in Italian, looks like to me. Bravo.
Bravo.
Bravo. Bravo.
Bravo.
Let me see. Is it an Italian word? Italian or Spanish or French? Let me see. Yes, it is Italian. Through French probably, but I'm not sure. Brave. bold. Okay, and it's also used in Spanish. So bravo. Verb. Next one is verb. Remember once again, guys, if you uh, sometimes if you cannot hear the R sound, which means that I'm trying to pronounce according to the IP, I mean RP accent, which is the receipt pronunciation of the UK. And in British accent, we do not pronounce R in many cases, as I've explained earlier. So if you sometimes are not able to hear the R sound, which means that these sounds are British sounds. And most of the cases, I try to explain both so that you can compare how it works. As you can see from these two words, compare works. There is R, but we do not pronounce compare. We do not say compare, rather compare. And we do not say works, works. Okay. So next word is verb, then verbal. Hey, I've got a verbal exam today for my job. And many in exams you have to sit for the verbal exam like IELTS exam or TOEFL exam, or if you're going to get a job, they can ask you and call for a verbal interview. Then viable. So what is viable? Remember, viable and Bible don't mix up. It can be easily confused. Viable,
Viable.
okay, and Bible. Viable is an adjective, able to work as intended or able to succeed. So, in order to make the company viable, it will unfortunately be necessary to reduce staffing levels at this moment of pandemic situation. Okay, so viable and confusing word. Remember, viable and Bible. Whereas Bible is a scripture,
Bible.
Bible. So a copy of the holy book of Christian religion consisting Old and New Testaments, law, prophets, and writing. Okay. So viable and Bible, confusing words. Okay, so let's move on. Vibe. What does vibe means?
Vibe.
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 Noun, the mood or character of a place, situation, or piece of music. That's really cool. Vibe, the mood of a place or character or music. Like you must have positive vibes when you're thinking something. We must always have different kinds of vibes in order to understand the scenario of situation. So vibe means the mood or character of a place, situation, or piece of music. Like the music has soothing vibe. I didn't like the place; it had bad vibes. So what does the vibe means? Vibe means sometimes from a music or environment or conversation, you can feel that something is not good. Something is really going on the opposite direction. In that case, we use that word vibe. Okay, so next one is vibrate. So what does vibrate means? Vibrate, vibrator, or vibrant, another one. Vibrate is verb. Okay,
Vibrate.
vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. Remember, vibrate. And there are many words it originated from that. Vibration, vibrant. I can see that in the dictionary there are many words. Vibrate, To shake slightly or quickly or cause something to do this. Okay. Then vibrato, vibrational, vibration, vibratory. You see, there are many words: vibrate, vibration, vibrational, vibrato, vibrato, and vibratory. So, welcome, dear viewers. You're listening to my conversation and watching the live stream from the UK, and our local time is 4 past 6 a.m., which is the UK time, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. It is important for you that whenever you join or learn something from any teacher, you practice it regularly. Keep a notebook, and write those words or those grammar rules or any other instruction which might be helpful for you. Because when, as a human brain, we tend to forget almost everything. But when you see your notes, you can remember, oh, I learned it on the other day, and now I can practice it. This is how we learn and move forward. Okay. So next word is vocabulary or vocabs. I'm sure you know this word, very common word in English. Vocabulary means different kinds of words. And then you can use these words: objective, ob- objective, 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 objectively. That means objective is noun, objectively is an adverb. Something.
Objective.
So it is objective, not objective. Objective,
Objective.
objective. You see, I'm also learning. That's the amazing part. Objective. So it means noun. So what is the objective of our learning? The objective of our learning is, a lot of things. So that is just a question to use it. Objective. Objective means something that you plan to do or achieve. So my main objective here is to help all of our learners to have fluency in spoken English. My another objective is to make them aware how the grammar rule works and why it is important and necessary to develop your writing as well as speaking. So objective, once again, objective, purpose, idea. Let me see if it has got any other meaning or not. And second one is based on the real facts, not influenced by personal beliefs or feelings. An objective and impartial report. I can't really be objective when I'm judging my daughter's work. These are some of the examples I can read from the Cambridge Dictionary. Objective, once again,
Objective.
objective. Okay, next one is obvious. Obvious. Obvious is an adjective.
Obvious.
Obvious. And there's a sure sound, amazingly. Easy to see, recognize, or understand. So it's obvious that we have to learn ourselves. Sometimes we need to practice a lot. Okay, so I've got 22 minutes more. Okay, let's move on. Obvious. They have a small child, so for obvious reasons they need money. I know you don't like her, but do you have to make it so obvious? Am I stating the obvious objective? Wow, that's really good sentence. Am I stating the obvious objective? There is no obvious solution. So obvious, this is adjective once again, and obviously is adverb. If you remember, in most of the cases we add ly to make adverb from the adjectives, though there are many exceptions.
obviously,
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 obviously. Okay, so the next one is reverb. What does it mean? I think it's related to the sound, possibly. Reverb. And there are many words: reverberate, reverberation, revia. What is revia? We will find it later. Let us find reverberate. What does it mean?
reverberate,
Reverberate.
reverberate,
If a loud, deep sound reverberates, it continues to be heard around an area so that the area seems to shake. Reverberate. Okay, so reverb means when you make sound and people can understand from the sound. And there is another one, reverberate. Let me write it.
reverberate,
Reverberate. Okay, let me write it. Where is reverberate? Reverberate. Okay. So reverberate means when you're making loud sounds and in an area or a place, and it seems that the area is shaking with the sound or the music. We called it reverberate. And next one is subjunctive. Subjunctive is one of the mood of English grammar. Okay, subjunctive. 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 Let me see, what does it mean?
subjunctive,
Subjunctive. So in some language, a verb form that refers to action that are possibilities rather than the facts. Okay, subjunctive. So there is a great example. I wish I were a rich person. Here, I were a rich person is a subjunctive unit, which is hypothetical or possibilities, but not the real life situation. So it's subjunctive. And in English grammar, you use these expressions very often when you are expressing something, impossible. Like, I wish I could be in Japan. I wish I could be the president of the United States of America. You can say, I wish I could be the prime minister of my country. I wish I could be a famous person in the world. You can say, I wish I could be a celebrity. I wish I could be a bird so that I could fly in the sky. These are all subjunctive modes. Okay. And next one is subvert. What does it mean? It's a new word for me as well. And subvert. And there is subversion. Okay, it came from subvert. Um, let me see what is happening. Subvert means to try to destroy or damage something, especially an established political system.
subvert,
Subvert. Okay. Then subvocalization. When somebody's singing something, when you sing in a lower tone, we call it subvocalization. Like if somebody's singing like this song, Despacito, now it's very high tone. If somebody wants to sing in a lower voice in the same song, we should say subvocalization. Despacito, Despacito. Look at the different tones. Okay, and last one is subdevelopment. What does the word sub stand for? Sub is a prefix. Okay, sub aqua. Let me see. What does it mean? It's a prefix sub.
Sub.
Okay, sports player who is used part of the game. Substitute. Alternative. Okay, sub. So sub development means when the development has done in a different way. Okay, so that's cool, guys. So these are the words. They're tongue twisters. That is amazing. Bobby, Vincent, Barnes, Van. So two means you have to pronounce this word twice. Bobby, Vincent, Barnes, Van. Okay, another important matter about double consonant in one word. If there is double consonant uh, side by side in a spelling, we always pronounce it as a single word. Okay, so it is not Bobby, it is Bobby. All right, so it is Bobby, Vincent, Barnes, Van. Bobby Vincent Barnes bought a violet colored van. Then Bobby's brother Sam bought a silver colored tram. Then Bobby bought the tram from his baby brother Sam, and Bobby Vincent Barnes became a very happy and van tram man. Okay, one more time, guys. This is really an amazing tongue twister to double a V and V sound. Bobby Vincent Barnes van. Twice. Two means twice. Bobby Vincent Barnes van. Bobby Vincent Barnes van. Bobby Vincent Barnes bought a violet colored van. Then Bobby's brother Sam bought a silver colored tram. Then Bobby bought the tram and his baby brother Sam, and Bobby Vincent Barnes became a very happy van tram man. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so there are, let me see if there is any more tongue twister I can get. Okay, very sad boys were playing volleyball, but not basketball. With good and positive vibes. Okay, very sad boys were playing volleyball, comma it should be, but not basketball, with good and positive vibes. So once again, very sad boys were playing volleyball. I should make it a bit larger so that you can watch it carefully. Okay, very sad boys were playing volleyball, but not basketball, with good and positive vibes. Okay, when we are pronouncing B, very often it is confused with P. So let me differentiate how P is pronounced. Letter P. Okay, so remember that P, B, B is voiced, okay, but P is uh, voiceless. And when we are pronouncing P, hang on a second, let me copy and paste so that I can compare, because many of our learners become confused about letter P or B. Okay, what's the phonetic sound of P? It is sound from the consonants pairs. Consonant pairs. Group is called voiceless bilabial stop. This means that you use both of your lips to block your mouth. The P phoneme is made through the mouth and it is unvoiced, which means that you don't use your vocal cords to make sound. Okay, so why I'm discussing P? Because very often we get confused about P and B. P, pa, and B, ba, pa, ba. Remember, it is a sound from the consonant pairs group and it's called the voiceless stop, voiceless bilabial stop. This means that you use both of your lips to block your mouth. P. Yeah, and we're stopping. Like we are not saying like P. No, P. The P phoneme is made through the mouth and it is unvoiced, which means that you don't use your vocal cords to make the sound. Yes, so P is pronounced from touching of both of the lips, but we're stopping it. It's called bilabial stop. In many countries, there is no P sound. In many languages, like Arab language, there is no P at all. So it will be difficult for some Arab people to pronounce it correctly. So what we say Papa, they said Baba because there is the P. And similarly, uh, pain, they say Bain, payment, Bayman, Pakistan, plan, Blan, promotion, paracetamol. I remember when I went to Saudi Arabia to work as a pharmacist in the year 2000, and when I had to learn the Arabic language, I've heard this sound from them. It was be difficult for me at the beginning to understand that paracetamol is one of the common analgesics of painkiller in Saudi Arabia. So in the pharmacy, they came and they asked, "Do you have paracetamol?" But anyway, they asked in Arabic language, so I understand paracetamol or Banadol. Okay, so anyway, it is overcomable for the people who do not have the P sound in their language by practicing a lot. All right, so the P phoneme is made through the mouth and it is unvoiced, which means that you don't use your vocal cords to make the sound. So remember B, but P. When you are saying B, our two lips are touching together, but when you're saying P, our lips are touching, but the air is coming out. So it's P once again. I think if you watch a video, will make you help uh, to clarify. Let's watch it for a few moments. Oh, what happened? Okay, this is one of the amazing t-shirts from YouTube.
It's fun. So let's look at our first one.
I think she's from Egypt.
Hi there. My name is Ronnie, and I'm here to teach you English. Today we're going to do some pronunciation. One of my favorites. And another set of words or letters that are very difficult for many people to pronounce are the words P and B. So I'm going to try and help you, hopefully, get this done, make it easier for you to both hear and to say the differences between P and B. The very first thing, the very important thing that I want to teach you is what we call in the English world voiced and unvoiced letters. The voiced letters means that if you put your hand on your throat, you can feel your throat move. That's your voice, your vocal cords actually moving inside your body. So if you put your hand on your throat and you say your name, most names are voiced. If I say my name, Ronnie, I can feel actually the vibrations on my hand. It sounds kind of cool and it's fun. So let's look at our first one. The letter B. B. When I say out loud the letter B, I feel vibrations in my throat. So everyone try that. Just put your hand on your throat, not too hard, just a little bit, and say B. Good. Now, for the other one, P, it is actually unvoiced. Now to hear the difference, do this again. Put your hand on your throat and go P. P.
P.
You don't feel the vibration like you did when you hear or say B. So try this. B, P. B, P. The second thing that you can do is, like all pronunciation words, the shape of your mouth when you say P and B. So when I make a B noise, it's like I'm smiling. B. And you can see these things at the side of my mouth are called dimples. Let's write that down, shall we? Let's write it here. Not everyone has dimples, but that's okay. Dimples are the indents at the side. So when you want to say B, make like you're smiling and show off your cute little dimples. B. Okay? Also, put your hand here and go B. And you will find the difference. Whereas if you say P, my mouth is tighter and it does not vibrate when I say P. B, P. B is a very big smile. And P, not so much of a smile. So we have P, no vibration, and B, vibration. Good vibrations. So let's have a look at some common words we use in English and try and practice your pronunciation. The first one is police. If you want, when we do this exercise, keep your hand on your throat and you can learn what letters are voiced and which ones are unvoiced. The first word, police. Police.
Police.
Number two, double P.
Paper.
Paper. Paper.
Paper. Picture.
Next one, picture.
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 Four, play. That one has an L sound in it too, so
Play.
remember to move your tongue. Play. And that's one, happy.
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 If
Good.
you're happy, you
Okay.
clap your hand.
We can contrast these words here when we want to learn the difference between the P and the B. This one we have play, and this is bay. So remember, when we do the B, get your smiles out, get your dimples out, and make sure that you hear your voice, for your vocal cords, vibrating. Bay. Box. Baby. That's a double vibrator there. Baby. Bank. And blue. So you can practice at home. And a good way for you to learn pronunciation is to think about, from now on, forever, which sounds, which letters are voiced and which ones are unvoiced. Or sometimes people might say less voiced. Remember the voiced B, you can feel the vibration. The unvoiced P, there's very little, if any, vibration. Please go to ingvid.com and you can take a test or a quiz on the different pronunciations between
Okay, that's the basic difference between the B and V. Yes, that's for joining, and it's really my pleasure to conduct these live streams. Remember that if you're interested to join any of my lessons, you are more than welcome. What you have to do is visit my account and find the suitable course you think it is helpful for you, and then sign up from there. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's $10 in a month, and you can join with me 8 lessons every week, twice an hour. Each lesson has the duration, and you can learn all of these things like basic grammar, spoken English, and IELTS strategies, as well as the basic British IPA, which will help you to learn more, which will help you develop more and take your English language to the next level. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. I'll see you when I see you. You take care and bye. Okay, ciao, tschüss, and goodbye.